There is a moment in every man's life when he realizes something terrifying. Not every question deserves an answer. Not every provocation deserves a response. And not every silence is weakness. Picture this: a room goes quiet. Someone looks straight at you and asks a question that feels small on the surface, but heavy underneath. Your heart rate jumps. Your mind starts racing. You feel that urge to explain yourself, to defend, to prove, to react. That urge is the trap. We were warned about this by the Stoics long, long ago. Not in loud speeches, not in dramatic gestures, but in cold, uncomfortable truths. The world does not need your reaction. It feeds on it. This video is about power, real power, the kind that does not raise its voice, the kind that does not rush to respond, the kind that wins by refusing to play. Marcus Aurelius said that you can't control events, but you can control how you think about them. That line is famous, but what most people miss is how brutal it actually is. If you react on command, you do not own your mind. Someone else does. I learned this the hard way. Years ago, I was working a job I hated, surrounded by people who thrived on tension. One morning, a supervisor leaned over and said, "Why are you always so quiet?" That question hit like a slap. I felt exposed, weak, cornered. I answered immediately, stumbling through excuses about focus and stress. From that day on, I was labeled. Quiet meant insecure. Calm meant hiding something. And every time I explained myself, I confirmed their story. That was my mistake. The Stoics understood something modern men are never taught. Silence, when chosen, is dominance. Reaction is submission. There are questions designed not to understand you, but to control you. When you answer them, you hand over authority. When you refuse, you keep it. Let us talk about the first trap. Why are you so anxious? This question is psychological warfare disguised as concern. The moment you answer, you accept the accusation. You step into defense mode. You shrink. Epictetus warned that it is not what happens that disturbs us, but our judgment about it. When someone asks why you are nervous, they are inviting you to judge yourself as unstable. If you explain, you lose. The Stoic response is simple, calm, minimal. I am fine. Then you move on. No explanation, no apology, no emotional leakage. I watched this play out once during a negotiation. A man across the table tried to rattle the other side by saying, "You seem tense today." The other man did not blink. He took a sip of water and continued speaking about numbers. The power shifted instantly. One man was hunting for a reaction. The other refused to bleed. Never argue with a frame that weakens you. Silence breaks the frame. The second trap is more emotional. Have I lost your trust? This question sounds intimate, personal, moral, but it is rarely about trust. It is about bypassing your boundaries. I used to fall for this constantly. Friends, colleagues, even people I barely knew. Anytime I hesitated or asked for clarity, this question appeared, and with it came guilt. Seneca warned that blind trust is not virtue, it is laziness. Wisdom observes before it commits. I remember lending money to someone who used this exact line. When I asked for a written agreement, he smiled and said, "Have I lost your trust?" The old version of me would have folded. This time I paused and said, "I trust you enough to protect both of us. Let us write it down." The room went quiet. Respect replaced manipulation. A trustworthy person does not pressure you to suspend reason. They welcome structure. They welcome clarity. If someone needs to corner you emotionally to gain compliance, the answer should already be no. The third trap cuts deeper. Are you hiding something? This question is designed to make privacy feel like guilt, to make restraint look suspicious. In my early 20s, I dated someone who asked this constantly. Every silence, every pause, every moment of thought. Are you hiding something? I began explaining everything. My thoughts, my fears, my intentions. The more I shared, the less respected I became. Here is the brutal truth. People who demand total access do not want intimacy. They want leverage. Seneca thought that a wise man keeps his inner citadel guarded. Not everyone deserves entry. When someone asks what you are hiding, you do not owe them proof of innocence. You are not on trial. A simple response changes everything. What makes you think I am hiding something? Now the burden shifts. Manipulators hate mirrors. They rely on pressure, not reflection. Privacy is not deception, it is dignity. The fourth trap appears when you begin to grow. Do you think you are better than everyone else? This question is asked by those who feel left behind. It is a social leash disguised as humility. I experienced this when I stopped drinking with old friends. I still showed up, still listened, still respected them, but I did not participate in self-destruction anymore. One night someone laughed and said, "Oh, so you think you are above us now?" In that moment, I almost apologized for changing my life. Epictetus warned against this weakness. Improvement always offends those committed to stagnation. You do not need to defend your evolution. You do not need permission to rise. A grounded response is enough. I am not better. I am just choosing differently. Or say nothing at all. The crowd mocks what it fears. Discipline makes undisciplined people uncomfortable. The final trap is the most dangerous. You won't get mad at me for being truthful, right? This sentence is a warning label. It announces disrespect before delivering it. When I was younger, I said yes every time. I wanted to look strong, open, unbothered. What I really did was invite unnecessary damage. Marcus Aurelius warned that the best revenge is not to be like your enemy. If someone needs permission to offend you, they already know they are about to cross a line. I once had a coworker lean in and say, "You will not get offended, but people talk about you behind your back." I looked at him and said, "If it brings peace or progress, say it. If not, keep it." He never brought gossip to me again. Not every truth deserves access to your mind. Some words exist only to poison focus. The Stoic does not chase validation. He protects clarity. Here is the lesson most men miss. You are not obligated to answer every question. You are not required to explain yourself. You are not weak for choosing silence. Think of Miyamoto Musashi or the quiet intensity of Thomas Shelby. They speak less because they see more. They react less because they understand the game. Every time you resist the urge to answer a loaded question, you reclaim authority. Every time you stay calm while someone seeks chaos, you win without a fight. Seneca wrote that life is like a play. What matters is not the length, but the performance. The same is true for conversations. Not how much you say, but how much peace remains afterward. Silence is not emptiness, it is control. The man who cannot be provoked cannot be owned. Remember that the next time someone tries to pull you into a verbal cage, pause, breathe, observe, and if the question is a trap, do what the Stoics would do. Never even think of answering. Thank you for watching. If you want more raw, unfiltered wisdom, join my free newsletter. And if you want to see more videos, make sure you hit the like and subscribe button. I'll see you in the next one.